Hello everybody, this is Orgosina speaking. We'll be doing a tutorial on how to onboard a new Credo cWAN device. What I have here is a single module device with a model number of CR1111. The default IP that I'll be getting on LAN is 192.168.64.1. And to begin with, I'll be explaining my setup. I have this device here and I am connected to the internet through a 4G SIM, and I am connected to the device through my laptop here. I'm using an Ethernet cable and I'm using the first port. One way to recognize the first port is to see which port is just adjacent to the WAN port. The port which is next to the WAN port is the first LAN port, and that's the one we should use when configuring a new device. Once we are connected to that port, we are expected to get an IP of 64.100. Anywhere in the 64 subnet will be getting an IP. So now we can go ahead and go to CMD, and just to check, we can go ahead and ping the device 64.1. As you can see, ping's working all right. Now we'll go ahead and try SSHing in the device. So that's SSH P port number 1222. This is basically the default port number as well, so I'll write it down here, 1222. And then we'll put in the user ID. The default user ID is router at the rate of our address 192.168.64.1, and the password here is Credo. The password here is cWAN@teamwork.com, so we can copy and paste it here. As you can see, we are logged in. Now now that we have logged in, we can see there's a bunch of options here. In these options, we'll use the 11th option, which is to check connectivity. We'll go ahead and use the 11th option and we'll give in an IP address that we know to be working, like our DNS IP address, and we'll give it a few seconds to come up with the results. And as you can see, WAN 0, where I have placed my SIM card, it's giving me a ping to the server. Now that we have done so, we will go ahead and try to provision this device. We'll enter 2 and hit enter. As you can see, it's asking us for the URL, management URL, so we'll go to Chrome, and our provider's IP address is 103.60.187.32. So we can go ahead and type down this IP address and our name, tenant name. In this example, the tenant name is cWAN-tenant. We'll go ahead and log in. Actually, it's cWAN/cWAN. Now we'll go ahead and log in. There you go. Now we are at the Edge controller. In here, we will go down to Access APN. This is where we'll derive the access URL and the access key from. We'll copy the access URL. Go ahead and paste it here. Press enter. Copy this URL. Paste it here. The key basically, and press enter. Now as you can see that we have configured the onboarding details. Now we can use this option 3 to check management tunnels. So we'll go ahead and enter 3 and hit enter. We scroll up here It's a bit of a scroll here. We can see that our management tunnel is down. So we'll go ahead and check our connectivity again. We'll just give it a second to ping the IP address. And we seem to be getting a ping. So we'll go ahead and see on the provider and see if it's coming. And as we can see, this is our product ID. If we scroll up here, so what we can do here now is press 1, which will give us system information. We'll just scroll up a little bit. And as you can see, our product ID is this. It ends with 770, so this is 770 here. Go ahead and add the device. We'll name the device as cWAN and put in SD-WAN in description and onboard the device. Now this will take a couple of minutes before it comes up, and you can go to the edge controller, go to list, and you'll see that the cWAN device has been onboarded now. And go ahead and open it up. This is the dashboard. We can see a bunch of information there. We'll go ahead and check the interfaces. As you can see here, this appeared, and this is the LAN interface that we are connected to. This is our SIM card. That's how we onboard the device.